it's Yannick. I'm back. I know it's been a long time, but I promise you more consistency. But today, we're talking about rebuilding. Chances are, if you're in the United States right now or in the world, you're in some sort of rebuilding phase. I mean, here in the US, 31 million people are unemployed. There's wildfires just wreaking havoc all throughout the state of California. We just got a hurricane in Louisiana. I'm in Atlanta right now, but all throughout Louisiana, people are actually leaving New York City. The pandemic is still a thing. People are still getting sick and everything else. So basically, I know that we're all rebuilding some way, somehow. But I'm going to give you the same advice and similar information that I give to my clients to help you get through this phase, because we are not only going to get through it, but we're going to get through this with our minds intact and with some peace, hopefully. So the first thing is, don't be anxious. Chances are, if you're watching this, if you're following me, or you came across my page, you are a survivor and you're not soft. Why and how do I know this? Because I deflect people who are soft. They just don't like me. So if you're watching this, you've been through some things, you've built your life, and you've gone through hell and made it through the other side, and you still look good. So if you've been through that before, what makes you think that you can't do it again? You should bet on yourself. People don't bet for the players that have to win all the time in order to win. We want to vote for the people, and we want to bet on the people that can have like the power of the comeback. Okay? Like, Kobe, he could come back after losing. MJ could come back after losing. And you're like those guys. You can take an L and just keep ticking. So if you could do it before, why can't you do it now? You are the only constant. Everything else are just mitigating factors. They're just environmental factors. Those things are going to change constantly, but you're the person who's always powered through. You're going to do it again this time. Nothing different. Secondly, ask yourself if you have the will. If you have the will, you can win. If you don't have the will, then I'm sorry. And you're probably not watching this right now. You're probably trying to be entertained to get over your sorrows. Okay. So the people who don't have the will are already like looking at jokes online and, focusing on other things. If you're watching this, you have the will, and that means you can get it done. The resources are on the way. Okay. And just keep knocking on doors, keep exploring until you find a way. And don't forget to get creative, because there's more ways to skin a cat. All right. I'm noticing that there's a spirit of stubbornness that's going around, meaning a lot of people just will not embrace change. That's the only thing that's consistent in life. You have to be willing to embrace change and to ride and to flow with it and not try to go against it and resist it. Now, I found that every time I've had like a massive win, it's come before a massive amount of change. And so I've learned to embrace it, because however long it takes me to embrace it is the same amount of time that the win is going to be prolonged. Meaning, if it takes you a year to unplant your foot from the change, then it's just going to take you a year to see the results of that change and what the change is supposed to bring. Even like right now, my family and I, we're rebuilding our homes in Louisiana and all these things. And I could resist it, or I can say, we've been needing a new roof and a new kitchen. It's going to happen one way or the other. It just so happened to be this way. Great. It's annoying, but sometimes you have to usher in something new in order to be able to experience something beautiful. Lastly, have fun. Suffering in life is going to be consistent. I've never gone through life without having any suffering at all. But just because bad things happen doesn't mean that you have to be in a state of suffering, meaning you don't have to carry that with you every day. There are always people that are going through worse with fewer resources that are still finding a way to have fun and to have joy. And when you can have fun, you're more relaxed. You can get more creative, and you give yourself time to think and to not make rash decisions. And lastly, whatever it is that you're needing to rebuild, you're going to need the help of people. And people are not attracted to negativity. period. They may be attracted to drama, but that's another situation, but they're not attracted to negativity. And lastly, get help. Human beings are not meant to do life alone. I know we've convinced ourselves of our independence and our solitude, but we're meant to do life together, and it makes so much easier when we're doing life together. So let's not forget that. Get help. There are people who have the information that you need, and everything you're going through right now, there's someone else out there that has been through it and have gotten through to the other side. Use them. But no matter what, just know you're going to make it through. But that doesn't mean that you have to make it through and look beat up and to be worn down throughout. You can make it through and come out looking good, smelling good, and with peace. And if you need help on how to do that, give me a call. My booking information is in my profile. We can schedule a call and I will help you get through this if no one else will. Or even if it's just us, but that's a later thing. So tune in again. I would say by Wednesday, and we'll have some more information. Bye.